Hello all, how are you? Hope you are all fine. So hope you know that UPSC has released its tentative schedule for 2021. They have released the calendar for all the variety of examinations which comes under Union Public Service Commission. If you have not checked, please do check from the Commission's website. Yes, this is a very most famous kind of and very most respectful job in our country, and many aspirants are dedicatively preparing for that examination. And there are many people, lakhs of people every year applying for the examination, have interest towards the examination, but the problem is they are really don't know how to prepare, and they are lacking with the strategy of preparation. So I just tried here to give some strategy for the examination. This video is going to give some 1 year plan for your preparation. Okay guys, so in this video actually I have covered what are the important books we need to study. Okay, I actually have made this video in a 2-part. Okay, so in the first part I have given what are the books to study and what are the strategies we need to follow and the basic first level preparation. All those things are covered in this first video. In the second video, and then I have given the hardcore preparation. End of the video also I have given this PPT version, so you can download it for your reference. Right, are you ready to get into the preparation plan now? See guys, one thing, to prepare this plan anybody would need at least 4 hours. Okay, so I have taken about more than 6 hours because it is not for me. So if I am making only for me, then I can make it in 3 to 4 hours, but I am making it for everyone. Okay, so I had to work a lot, so I tried to give a very good and compact preparation plan. See, I actually gonna save your 4 hours, right? So hope it would be helping for everyone. Let us just quickly get into the video. Fine, this is going to be your like tentative schedule for your preparation, right? 1 year preparation strategy for 2021 examination, right? So let us get into that. So look into this slide. Wow, this is the UPSC notification 2021. So I have just snapshotted that page, like from Civil Services Examination 2021 preliminary till Civil Services Mains Examination 2021. I have just taken that snapshot. So the important date is on 27th June of 2021. So hope you all know that preliminary exam would be having only 1 day schedule, and for mains examination it is 5 days. The mains is on September 17. Okay, so yes, I know the time in between for mains examination is very less, so we need to work accordingly. So this corona pandemic thing actually have maybe like, I don't know whether it is supporting or it is not supporting, but still we lost our time for preparation of mains after prelims. Okay, so I just tried to give, so let us get into that quickly. Fine. These are the tentative exam dates the UPSC have given. For prelims it is 27/6/2021, and for mains it is September 17, 2021 to September 22, 2021. Okay. See, like, let us just check a quick review of like how many days are there in your hand. The first thing is like, you know, guys, whatever, you need to plow the land well before you sow, so that you will reap high. Okay, so we can tell it in another way. You have to sharpen the knife before cutting the tree. Okay, so that we are going to sharpen the knife now. Okay, so that I can support you to sharpen the knife. That's it. Okay, so like these are the number of days we are having in our hands, in your hands, in August. So like today is actually, I'm recording it on 18th August. So we are having 13 days more. Okay, and September 30 days, October 31 days, November 30 days, December 31 days, January 31 days, February 28 days, March 31 days, April 30, May 31, June 26. So June 26, why I have mentioned June 26 is June 27th is the preliminary exam. Okay, so then we need to take some rest because we would have been like drained off because of the preliminary preparation. Fine. So and July 31 days, August 31 days, and in September we are having 16 days because September 17th is the mains examination, right? So don't focus on prelims, you have to focus on mains because you have only 2 months for preparation after the result of preliminary, right? Not even 2 months, I can say. So days in your hands actually. So like guys, I have seen some of the videos that gives strategy for UPSC preparation. It was prepared like we cannot take any break like that. Okay, so that means every day we need to spend a lot of time. Every day we need to prepare. So that's not possible actually because we are human, right? We have ups and downs. We have different circumstances happening in our life. So really we need to concern that also. So like concerning those kind of things, I have created one schedule which would really be possible. Okay, so you may tell, yeah, so like we are preparing for UPSC, which is the most dedicative preparation, so we can do even the 10 hours every day. It is not possible for the whole year, guys. Okay, so we need some kind of like smart work we need to do, so we should not work like a machine. Okay, so like here I hope this would support you. So like, yes, as I told earlier, you guys really can alter to your own need. Okay, so like this is for those people who really don't know how to start their preparation, really don't know how to like manage their preparation, how to follow a strategy for their preparation, right? So like for prelims, actually the date is 3/12. Okay, the number of days for prelims is 3/12, calculating all the months. Okay, but we are going to eliminate those Sundays. Don't be so happy that I have checks later. Okay, for Sundays, 45 Sundays are there before prelims. And we really need 5 days of revision time or some kind of refreshing time, whatever it may be. So from June 21 to 26, we are not going to do anything or just simply doing some revision kind of things. So for that, I have eliminated some 5 days. The effective days in your hands for your preliminary is 262. Am I right? 262. Okay. So let me go for mains. See, for mains, like already we have calculated 312 for prelims and 78 days after prelims. Okay, so totally 390 days. Even in this, like that 3 days I did not calculate it, which is the after preliminary days in June month. Okay, so and already 45 Sundays are there, and between the mains exam there is 8 Sundays, so totally 53 Sundays, and we need an exam revision time of 5 days at least for mains examination. Okay, so and June 21 to 26, that is plus 2 days before the mains. All kind of things I am eliminating from this 390, and we are getting 330 effective days for my mains. Okay. So in this first video, what I'm going to give is like what are all the things, what are all the do's, don'ts, and like what are all the books to study. Okay. And yeah, like if possible, I will give the strategy also in the same video or in the next video. That's it. See, like according to our different kind of aspirants, there are n number of people have different like a scenario, different circumstances. Still, I have categorized it in the most possible way. Okay, so there are full-time aspirants. Like those full-time aspirants, really, they are in two manners. Like one, those have like one first attempt. Those who are going to attempt this 2021 first time, very first time. Okay, and second, people full-time aspirants are like those who are experienced, and they could have lost some time, and they could have experienced some examinations, and also really now they felt, okay, really we need to give some time so that we'll be able to win. So then they start working on full-time aspirant. Okay, so these are the two kind of full-time aspirants. And let us go for this next variety, next category, that is working but dedicated. That means they are working for their financial need, but they put UPSC under high preference. Okay, they put UPSC under the higher preference, first preference. Like they will do work, but their most important is like they used to earn only the money what they want for their livings. Okay, so other than that, their main important thing is UPSC. There is a third category of people who are working but preparing, but higher preference to job, because they are actually not categorizing UPSC into two sects, like UPSC into higher preference. Like they feel like their job is the first preference. Like when they have time, when they have leisure, they can do UPSC. So there are some kind of people. Okay, so and there are some people who are studying for others' interest. That is low preference to UPSC actually. See, here I am all talking about those who are giving attempt in 2021 clearly. So there can be some people who are doing their colleges now, can be some people who are doing their schoolings now. Nowadays, people are started preparing from school time itself. Okay, so this is not a thing for them. So this actually won't suit to you if you are not giving exam in the 2021, not planning to give exam in the 2021. So this is not going to help you. Okay, so what are the books we can follow? So that I have just given it as a compiled version. So you may think in polity we are having 6th to 12th standard, but really I want to say something that is called smart work. We don't want to go through all the papers, whatever we have. Okay, so we need to really categorize what are all really important and what are all really not important. Fine. So in polity, we need to study two books. That is like here I am giving about books to follow from NCERT. Okay, from NCERT. So you hope you know, like if those people who are really starting very new for this people, I need to tell this, like the mostly the UPSC syllabus is covered under NCERT. That is we simply called as CBSE syllabus books. Okay, so this for polity, we have to study Indian Constitution at Work and Political Theory. That both books are actually 11th standard books. You may ask why not the 12th standard book. Actually, the 12th standard book is talking about the world politics. So for like for now, we don't want to do that. So for those people who are taking polity or public administration as a optional, then they can go for those books. Okay, so and the second book, second subject is economy. In economy, again two books. Okay, so which is one is 11th standard Indian economic development and another one is macroeconomy. So in 12th standard you have two books, macroeconomy and microeconomy. You really don't want to do microeconomy. Okay, but macroeconomy is much important. You can get direct questions from there. Fine. Geography, I need to tell this very clearly to you guys, like for other books, for other subjects, we have some different kind of standard books, but I would say for geography, NCERT are the standard books. There are 9 total NCERTs from 6th standard to 12th standard. Those are all are very, very, very important. Okay, so for history, we can say like the Tamil Nadu standard books, which everybody are actually following. It gives crisp and clear matter of subject. Okay, so there is 2 books. And again for art and culture, one NCERT is there. And for science, actually I would say, like for science there is no proper book kind of thing for UPSC, because basic science is the thing needed for UPSC examination. We don't want to go deep into the science. Okay, so like I just have mentioned, like spend 1 week random topics. So total number of academic books here are 17 plus 3. What is this plus 3 I have given is, so some people may interested in at reading some kind of academic books other than NCERT, that is NIOS material for environment you can adopt. Okay, CCRT material for art and culture you can adopt. So for those kind of things I have just mentioned plus 3, right? So then we have to see the books to follow, that is the standard books for every subject. Okay, so for polity, everybody used to follow Lakshmikant. For history, it is Spectrum. For art and culture, Nitin Singhania. For geography, Gocheng Liang for physical geography and Masjid Hussain for Indian geography. For economy, Shankar Ganesh for key concepts and Sri Ram IAS booklet for concepts. Environment, Shankar IAS environment booklet. Internal security, Karthikeyan. Ethics, Lexicon. And for governance, it is Lakshmikant. So these last three books are exclusive for mains examination. Okay, so which we don't want to go for prelims preparation, right? So really I want to tell something here, guys, like if you are going to take public administration as your optional, then you don't want to consider this like Lakshmikant I have to follow. Yes, you can follow Lakshmikant. Additionally, you can go for other kind of books like D.D. Basu also. Okay, so yes, obviously, ultimately, like you are going to select your book. So this is some standard books like everybody used to follow, because it is believed that it is having all kind of things which is needed for UPSC. Okay, so for history, I have given here Spectrum Modern India. Why I have given only Modern India book is, see, already we have seen NCERT book, that is for history, TN books, 2 books we have seen now. So the 11th standard Tamil Nadu books is giving complete medieval and ancient India part. See, we need to do one thing, analyze the previous year question papers. In the recent 10 years of question paper, if we see, the ancient and medieval India part are very, very negligible. That means 1 or 2 questions every year it comes. Okay, so for that, these books are enough. Okay, so we don't want to waste our time. That's called the smart work again. Okay, so art and culture, actually, so like most of the people are following Nitin Singhania. It's really good. Or like if you want to go for CCRT also, you can go. That's, I actually have mentioned in before previous slide itself. Okay, so even, so like if you are a geography optionalist, then you can go for any kind of books like Savindra Singh. There are n number of books for geography optional, so you can go individually. Fine. So if you are a history optionalist, surely you can go for Bipin Chandra, Krishna Reddy kind of things. Okay, there are n number of books. Like according to your taste, you have to select. And again, I have to tell, this is for those who really don't know what to start and where to start. Right. So like, so till now we have seen all kind of like the UPSC notification and the tentative dates and the number of days in your hand. Okay, and the books to follow, right? So now we are going to see like what the things we need to do for clearing 2021. Shall we go into? Yes. See, I have given something like miscellaneous thing which we need to follow every day. Every day. Okay, so first thing I need to tell, current affairs from January 2020 to March 2021 is important. Okay, January 2020 to March 2021. So many people actually misdefining the thing that like we need to study 1 year of current affair. So what they are doing actually, so they try to complete from May to May kind of thing, or March to March kind of thing. Okay, so like I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. Take the 2018 question paper. I think the D series, it have been the first question. It is asked about the second Buddha. Okay, the second Buddha. And now go to the current affairs, any magazine. Maybe like I have checked it in Vision IAS. Okay, so current affairs magazine of 2017 January. In the 2017 January current affairs paper, in the art and culture part, the first topic is about second Buddha. Okay, this is some like example I have given, proof I have given you, and the logic I will tell again. See, our country is releasing India yearbook every year in the month of February. Okay, so they are actually compiling it in the end of the year. Okay, 20, that means December, till December 2020 they will compile, and they will release it in the like mid of February. That's the thing, right? So like mostly the current affairs are covered in India yearbook. So, and in what logic they are giving it from Jan to December then? That's the most important area to be covered for preliminary. Okay, so like January 2020 to like actually till December we need to give the more focus, and yes, for the safety purpose we are doing it till March. This strategy is talking about completely the prelims thing. Okay, for mains I will put a separate video. Fine. So like, and one more thing we need to do every day is not every day actually, regularly, is like preparing essays. Do you know guys, essay is the major part in mains examination, which can take you to the first level. Okay, because those who are preparing for essay in a very well and proper manner, then they are cracking the exam easily. Fine. So like you can do weekly one essay. That means in the 1 week you can accumulate, you can collect things about one particular topic, and in the weekend you can prepare essay on that particular topic. So you can remember now like why I have been eliminated Sundays, right? So like, anyhow, the Sunday is not going to be much terrific for us. Fine. So weekly one important map. Okay, so those who are weak in map, yes, you can do some more also. Okay, so weekly one important mock test to be given. So mock tests are readily available online for free, for paid. Okay, so anything, any kind of one mock test. You need not to take it from the first week itself, like you can go through some basics and then you can start. But do not keep the mock test until you complete all the papers. Okay, so for the basics you can stop, like till NCERT you can stop mock test, then you have to start surely, right? So and January to March current affairs, how we have to study, and the other things how we have to study, I have prepared a kind of schedule which may support you. Like it may be, you can alter it according to your own need again. Fine. So this is a common schedule which I have prepared. See, I have actually divided it into 3 phases, guys. Why? Because as I told in the first slide, we cannot always be sustainably giving some kind of 10 hours every day. Okay, so we need to prioritize other things also. For the whole year, we cannot give daily 15 hours, 10 hours like that. So we are going to prioritize it here. So how we are going to prioritize it? We are going to divide it into 3 phases. So the phase 1, which is easy, and the phase 2, which is moderate, and the phase 3, which is extreme, right? So the phase 1, we are going to adopt this phase 1 from tomorrow. So I don't know like when I will complete and upload this record. So anyhow, in from August 19 we are going to start. Okay, so till October 31, till October 31. Okay, so the target duration is daily 5 to 6 hours. So this 1 hour difference is for those who actually are little bit weak in CSAT. They need to spend 1 hour for CSAT. Clear? So what are the things we are going to do in this phase 1? Again, we are going to sharpen the knife better. Right. So how we are going to sharpen the knife? First, understanding syllabus. Not only understanding, actually we have to by heart the syllabus. Okay, understanding syllabus, finding and gathering sources. Okay, so yeah, it is completely available online in multiple websites, multiple platforms. But what we have to pick out, so where is the pearl is the matter in the ocean. Whether we are going to pick out the jellyfish or the pearl, right? So where is the pearl is the matter. So for gathering, we are going to use this phase 1. Okay, and anyhow, we are starting current affairs from this immediate thing itself. And for NCERT, so I have even given the time limit what we can use. You can lessen or increase according to your own need. Okay, so if you may be a very slow reader, you may be a very fast reader. So this has been made for the normal kind of people. Okay, CSAT 1 hour, current affairs 2 hours, NCERT 2 hours, understanding syllabus and finding the gathering sources. Like we cannot even fix the time. That's not, I have not given the time. So we can take it like 1 hour, right? So totally 5 to 6 hours we are going to give in this phase 1. That is from October 19 to October 31. Clear? So I have actually clearly explained again till August 31st. Till August 31st, what and all you have to do is write the syllabus. Do not take printouts. Do not take printouts. Clearly write it on your own handwriting. Make it little bit good. Okay. So you can make with colors, fill with colors for mains as well as optionals. Write the syllabus and stick it on your wall. Write multiple times. Maybe you can make a 4 copies. Means don't make 4 copies, Xerox copies. You have to write. Okay. By hearting syllabus daily. Syllabus by hearting is one such a magic thing you will know after doing this. So do you want to become an IAS officer? Please try to follow this. This would help you much. Okay. And gathering sources till August 31. See why I have given till August 31 is, yes, I am uploading it in August 19 or 20, whatever may be. So like according to the internet speed, fine. So and then you're like, you may see it a little bit later. So what you have to decide is like, you may see it in the August 21st. Okay. So we have to do accordingly. So that 2 days of grace period is given for this. Okay. So gathering sources, collecting previous year question papers, and current affairs January 2020 you have to complete. So here clearly you are doing preparation only on January 2020 current affairs. You can follow any magazine, okay, so which you find good. So like there are n number of market current affairs available. That is from Vision IAS, Insight IAS, Vajiram IAS. Even I am releasing current affairs every month. Okay, so if you find it is benefited, like then you can also follow. Even I'm giving daily current affairs also. Okay, so and even you are doing a exam based pre-month current affair. That is like in the month of August we are doing January current affairs. But one thing surely to be followed is daily current affairs. I'm not a guy gonna say like you need to read newspaper daily. Okay, so many people have the habit of reading newspaper. Many people don't have the habit of reading newspaper. Anyhow, in any kind, in any form, you need to follow current affairs. You can go through your Google News or like you can subscribe for PIB newses, Niti Aayog newses, such kind of things, and you can immediately get alert. Fine. So anyhow, daily current affairs to be followed. For this, I have to just mention here that I am giving daily current affairs in the YouTube video, and as well as then again, I'm giving quiz in my Telegram channel. Okay. This is for your info. And then, so the phase 1, August 19 to October 31. So what are the target contents actually? So we need to give 2 hours for current affairs, 2 hours for NCERT, 1 hour for CSAT if weak. If you are not weak in CSAT, I would really say you don't want to waste your time. Okay, you can just directly take some previous year question papers and solve. That's enough. Okay, so and if you are an experienced person, if you have already some notes, so you can compile it in this month of August to October, right? So here I have given a note. Sundays are for revisions, but the current affairs to be prepared Sunday also. Okay, the current affairs to be prepared on Sunday also. So you should not skip. So I have given select till October 31. So if you are starting at like August 21, then you have to complete the January month current affair in August 31. Okay. So this month of September here, the month of September have 1 to 30 days. That is, the September month have 30 days, but the effective days are 26 because 4 days are Sunday. Okay. So here the target contents are, I have segregated it like 15 days for 1 month of current affairs. So let me tell it very clearly, guys. You are going to spend 2 hours for current affairs. Okay. So if you like, for example, if you are taking Vision IAS monthly PDF, it is having hardly 80 to 90 pages per month. Okay. So even if you are studying 8 to 10 pages every day, 8 to 10 pages every day, you are going to complete it in 10 days. Okay, you are going to complete it in 10 days. So that's what I have given 15. So like you may ask, then why did you waste the time? You can give only 10 days. See, our mind is always like roaming around things. Okay, so we would try to find out, is there, we have missed out something? Is there, like in Insight they have given more, in Vajiram they have given more. So for that analysis, the next 5 days you can use. Isn't it good? So first 15 days you are going to prepare for February 2020 current affairs, and the second 15 days you are going to prepare for March 2020. You have to note this again, like this 26 days is for other preparation only. This, like for current affairs, whole 30 days to be calculated. Okay, so you are doing 2 months current affair in 1 month, right? So, and then NCERT part, like this is actually, you don't want to follow the same. If you want to do polity first, you can do polity first. If you want to do history first, you can do history first. That doesn't matter. I have just segregated it. Okay. So geography 6th to 10th, actually, if you clearly see, the 6th standard to 10th standard book are actually having very less number of pages. Okay, so like you can actually complete the 6th standard, 7th standard and 8th standard books in one days. Okay, and 9th and 10th you need at least 2 days. Okay, maximum of 2 days. So I have calculated in that way. Totally 7 days it is coming for 6th to 10th standard books of geography. Okay, that is completely 1 week. Okay, and for geography 11th and 12th standard, there are two books in each class, totally 4 books. So these are much important and little bit more informative also. So you cannot complete it in 1 or 2 days. So I have allotted 5 days for each book. 5 days for each book, totally, 4 days for each book. Totally it is 16, but why I have given 14 is the human geography book. The human geography book is very easy to complete. Okay, you can complete it in just 2 days. Right. And for economy, the 11th standard book has 5 days. So I just segregated it like whichever covers in this month of 26 days. right? So you can do one thing. Some people will have the habit of completing one subject and then go for next, and some people have the habit of doing parallel subjects. So here you can utilize either, if you want to go parallelly with the geography and economy, you can go parallelly, or if you want to go alone one after another, then it is also okay. So that is clearly up to you. So this I have mentioned for complete month. Okay, so again here I have mentioned, if you are weak in CSAT, you can take up 1 hour for CSAT. Okay, and previous notes compilation, if any, if you are an already an experienced person, you can take previous notes compilation. If you are not, you can go for some video kind of things on the particular topic what you are studying on that particular day, right? So October 1 to 31, then the next month is October. There is effective 27 days, even in October also 4 Sundays, right? So the target content here is current affairs from 1 to 15. We have to do the current affair of April 2020, and from 16 to 30 May 2020. Okay, first 15 days for April 2020 and second 15 days for May 2020. And what are the NCERTs we are going to follow? All these. So you may find, like, oh my God, in the first month that was only geography and economy. Here it is all the subjects. So because in geography there are n number of books. So in a month we are actually completing whole geography kind of thing. Okay, so here only one book we have completed in the last month for economy. So now here we need to do the economy 12th standard book. So economy 12th standard book is a macro economy, which is better enough to complete in 2 days. Okay, it have hardly 100 pages. Fine. So polity 11th standard book. So there are like 2 polity 11th standard book. So I have given 8 days. Right. So history Tamil Nadu books, each book can hold 3 days. Okay. So in the 12th standard book, actually the second part is world history. Okay. That is actually for mains examination. And art and culture, you can give 5 days. For science, I have given just 1 week, that is 6 days. We are eliminating Sunday and I have given 1 week. So in that 1 week, you can study the science, basic science programs, basic science things from the 6th standard to 10th standard, and some kind of biology books and all. Okay. So again, CSAT, if you are weak, 1 hour, and previous note compilations, if any. So clearly note Sundays are for revisions, but current affairs to be prepared on Sunday also. So now we are entering into phase 2. So we have completed till October 31. Actually, we have completed all the basic things. See, if you have not taken any test till now, that's completely okay. Till October 31. If you have not taken any test on Sundays, that is completely okay. So what are the things we have decided to do on Sunday? One thing is we need to do one test every week, and then we need to do one essay every week. Okay, and other than that, only current affairs, what we are regularly following. Okay, this is what we are going to do in Sundays. And for the whole week, whatever you have studied, just give a go through. Just give a go through. So guys, till now we have seen all the books, resources, materials, and the strategies, do's, don'ts, and like the first phase 1, that is completing the basic things for your preparation. Okay, so clearly if you have not done any test, that's completely okay. So like in the next video, we can go first. Like if I give it in the one complete video, then it would be very lengthy. You will sleep. So even I'm not sleeping because it is about 1 a.m. Okay, so I'm doing this really for you guys. So hope it would be benefited to all of you who are watching this video. Please do share this video. So for the benefit of all your friends who are preparing for UPSC examination in a dedicated manner. Okay, so like this kind of guidance is very rare. So please share. Hope you are sharing. Okay, thank you all. I'll meet you in the next video. I have given the next video's link in this video's description box. Okay. and in the next video's description box, I gonna give the whole PPT what I have prepared. Okay, so this you can take it as a handout and you can save it for you.